Previously on Land of the Free.
The administration can't just talk the talk, they need to walk the walk. That should begin today.
The pressure comes after 2 Americans were killed in Minneapolis at the hands of federal agents. House Speaker Mike Johnson says some Republicans are open to reforms.
Some of these conditions and requests they've made are obviously reasonable and should happen, but others are going to require a lot more negotiation.
Right.
Greetings, good people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well with you all. Just as it appeared that the Dems and the GOP were playing nice regarding the upcoming budget vote, there now seems to be some friction in the House regarding good faith with deals being made. Now, the bright spot is that more and more Republicans seem to be coming on board with ICE reforms, one being body cams. So let's jump into the details of this fiscal fracas. First off, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson supported the use of the fast track process in order to avoid a government shutdown. Let's check out an article to discuss the details. Alrighty, let's check out some of this article right here, brought to you by The Hill. All right. Johnson backs fast track process requiring Democratic support to swiftly end shutdown. All right, let's check this out. Speaker Mike Johnson told House Republicans he wants to utilize a special fast track process that will require cooperation from the Democrats to swiftly pass the funding package that the Senate is poised to send over and end what lawmakers hope will be a brief government shutdown. Johnson told Republicans about his desired play call on a Friday late afternoon conference call. 2 GOP sources told The Hill. All right, the process, called suspension of rules, will bypass the immense difficulty in getting unified Republican support for a regular procedural vote. Votes that have been given GOP leaders regular headaches as Republican rebels make a last-minute demand like Freedom Caucus, Tea Party, things like that, and leverage a razor-thin majority. But the suspension of the process requires a 2/3 majority for success, meaning that he will need the support from 70 Democrats.
This partial government shutdown is about immigration enforcement and who gets to set the rules. Democrats say they want safeguards. Republicans say they're concerned about the lapse in funding and how this could impact the operations.
The bill as amended has passed.
Hours before the midnight deadline, the Senate passed 5 funding bills keeping most of the federal government open. But the House was not in session over the weekend, leaving the Department of Homeland Security unfunded.
The Department of Homeland Security needs to be dramatically reformed.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says the agency needs major changes like more oversight, body cameras turned on, agents removing masks, and clearly visible identification.
This is kind of where the hangup is coming in with the fast track. Jeffries and other House Democrats are demanding some immediate reforms to ICE in good faith prior to approving this budget, the budget that the Senate just sent over this past Friday that stripped the request for additional funding for ICE and DHS. However, the reason why the Dems are kind of wanting some reforms on the budget that was just sent over, even though there's not any ICE demands inside of it, is because they're still feeling the burn from the last time that they negotiated with the Republicans to avoid a shutdown. And they don't really think that the ACA stuff was revisited by the Republicans, and thus some Americans are still hurting by having their premiums and stuff go up. That is the reason for that. Now, the real question is, are the Democrats going to get any or enough upfront reforms to sign off on this current budget, or are we going to indeed head into some kind of shutdown?
The administration can't just talk the talk, they need to walk the walk. That should begin today.
The pressure comes after 2 Americans were killed in Minneapolis at the hands of federal agents. House Speaker Mike Johnson says some Republicans are open to reforms.
Some of these conditions and requests they've made are obviously reasonable and should happen, but others are going to require a lot more negotiation.
One major sticking point, whether ICE agents should be required to show their identities.
When you're talking about masking, the reason that ICE agents wear masks is to protect their own identities and protect their own families.
And Speaker Johnson says he plans to bring this bill to the floor as early as tomorrow to try and reopen key parts of the federal government.
On the bright side, a lot of Republicans appear to be open to the idea of ICE being required to use body cams. I believe this is a great common sense start. Most local law enforcement agencies use them, and body cams may actually cause fewer citizens to feel the need to constantly be recording nice. Let's check out a full article on it. Alrighty, let's check out this article right quick, brought to you by the fine people at The Hill. All right. Senate Republican backs requiring federal immigration officers to wear body cameras. All right, just going to check out a little of the article right quick and move on. All right, Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, if you know anything about Mr. Senator Johnson, he is a staunch Trump supporter, okay, said Sunday he is not opposed to requiring federal immigration officers wearing body cameras after Senate Democratic Chuck Schumer proposed such a measure last week. I don't have a problem with it personally. Johnson, a former chair of and current member of the Senate Homeland Security and Governor Affairs Committee, told Dana Bash on CNN at the State of the Union. Good people, let me know what you all think. Do you think we're going to avoid an actual government shutdown? I mean, like a couple of days ago, I thought we were, but now I don't know so much. But also, do you think body cams are a good idea? And can't you let me know what you all think? Until next time, peace and stay informed.